hope you guys had a wonderful morning. I hope all is well. Audio check. Mic check. 1, 2, and 3. Audio check. As we set up, we try to proceed to give you what you need. Got a wonderful show to you all. Shout out to all of the people that's tuning in, that's part of this process. Shout out to you, No Sleep Nation, without hesitations nor deviations. Shout out to you, Natasha, I see you. Shout out to you, KD. Let's go. Sharing is caring. Yep. Come on. Jay Carter. Let's go. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. The grind for your mind. Opening time. It's for the reasons, for the season. Shout out to Mama's Cooking. Yeah. Salute to the grandmas out there. And if it's your birthday this month, happy birthday to you. Come on, Cowboy Nation. Tell that like button to lean forward a little bit. Yeah. Slap that like button for me. Yeah. Finish him. No doubt.
Oh, no.
Yeah, right there. Come on. Tell them, baby. Tell them.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Come on, Cowboy Nation. Pull your strap on me. You better kill me. Come on. My fofo, make sure all your kids won't grow. Yeah. If you don't like that,
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
come on. That's my inner Tupac, baby. It's wartime, baby. It's wartime. Let's go. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. Hey, oh, let go. Mama, there go that man with that beard. Appreciate everybody for watching, man. I know you guys having a good time. Oh my goodness, man. What a beautiful day. First day back to media practice, so you guys can see Ezekiel Elliott on a bike if you go check out John Machoda's page. And you guys can see all of the other good news. Randy, Blaze them up. Gregory is back out there. So only person that's worried, somebody named Heinicke, and he's going to want a Heinicke. Oh, did I remove it? And he said he want some Hennessy. It's going to be Taylor Hennessy. Or is it Tyler or Taylor? Y'all put it down in the comment box, baby. Really appreciate you guys for being part of this episode. And I'm not bragging. This is a rivalry week, Cowboys versus the Washington team. So if anybody who's got silver and blue in their body or their blood, you know how it goes. And you said, wait a minute, Law, you shouldn't speak glowingly of the Cowboys. That's equivalent to me with my Jackson State plan. And I suppose well, you better watch out for Alcorn. No, I want to destroy Alcorn. When it's time for Jackson State to play Southern, no, I want to destroy them, or Grambling or whoever. Same energy. This is supposed to be a game that we let everybody know that, when you step onto the scene, regardless whether it's your house, my house, outhouse, it's finna be a battle. It's finna be war. If you're on that page with me, type real one in the chat. Yeah. Type real one in the chat, baby. I'm real. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you... I'm real.
FBI, open up!
You shouldn't have ran into this one. Agent down, baby. Y'all know how this thing goes. But shout out to Washington, Tay. They like to run the rock That's what they do. That's what they bring to the table. They run the rock, play action. They play off of that, and they get the ball to their wide receiver. And Logan Thomas was somebody that they really get the ball to, but unfortunately he's not in. Oh, I heard news that Sweat, although he was on IR, he's not playing for this week as well. And I'm not sitting here saying that we should take it lightly because they're down. And somebody said that the lion can't be the king of the jungle and the Serengeti because the Serengeti is an open field. But I come here to tell you, we got a lion on our team that's king of the jungle / also king of the Serengeti. You know, and his name is Michael Parsons. You know, you can't slow that lion down. Yeah, somebody was saying that, hey, I'm not going to say it, but somebody was saying that, hey, Parsons is way beyond their number 99 that's on their team that's not playing this week because he's been out for, I think he's out for the year, right? Chase is out for the year. We hope all is well. We don't wish any injuries, any elements on anyone, right? Parsons is legit. Oh, wrong one. Let me go to this one. Y'all bear with me. Yeah. So there we go. There we go. My power was weakening. Yeah. Washington punches back. Yeah. But Gibson is pretty good. Gibson is pretty good. Terry is the scary Terry situation over there. He's supposed to be the guy that can take some of the top off the defense and work that immediate and beyond route, not the intermediate route. They got guys like number 1. He can work some underneath. He split inside in out. Samuels, I think he will be playing too. They got the pretty much Ohio State receiving core out there basically. Washington's best running back is McKenzie. Is he playing? I think he's playing. I think he is playing. Let's see. Nobody's scared of Terry. Devil J. Lombardi. Because we got this over here. Y'all know how we like to get this started. Shout out to 1310 The Ticket. They always do this. Shout out to you, Star Boy. C-Pain, baby. Appreciate you, baby. Y'all check out Starboy Entertainment. Y'all check them out. Here's what I want. I do this every week. We listen to Troy Aikman. Let me know my audio. Let me see. Yeah. Testing 1, 2. Don't want to be chipping. Shout out to you, Christopher. Appreciate you. That's a good name. That's my middle name, right? Christopher. Law Christopher. Nation, baby. Yeah, that's how we're going to roll with it. Let's listen in to the mighty guy with 3 rings. Not 1, not 2, but 3.
Bottom line, you get a win. That's, as we know, the bottom line in this league from week to week. It's tough, but we were figuring
Troy Aikman
if
first
the Saints
now.
had
Let Troy
someone
go first.
who could just
elevate his audio a little bit. Let me see if that'd be better.
Deliver on a couple of those throws, and that's what made us wonder why Trevor Siemian maybe wasn't tried by New Orleans. That's a different game. What did you gather from the Cowboys' win over the Saints on Thursday?
Well, kind of what you just said. I think going into New Orleans, I thought even regardless
They're
of
rehashing the
what
last
the
game.
Saints had shown in the 4 games leading up to it, some of the injuries and the players that they were without, I still thought it'd be a tough game for Dallas. It's not an easy place to play, and sometimes that's cliche, but I know that place especially is not. And I thought Sean would have a pretty good game plan, Sean Payton, going into that game as well, and felt it would be competitive. I thought that later in the game, in the second half, that Dallas, with everything that they have, could run away with it, and they did, but they did it a little bit differently than I expected.
Shout out to you,
with all
JD.
the takeaways, and I think Taysom Hill gave him a little bit with
Shout out to you, Jay
his
Worthy.
ability to at least run the ball and create some plays that Siemian could not, but ultimately the problems throwing the football, whether that was due to his finger or just was off, I don't know. I think the finger was a factor, but a win's a win, and I agree with what you just said, that I think Dallas is still kind of trying to find themselves a little bit offensively. I've been there. It's it's frustrating when you struggle like that, when you know you can be better. But I think to be able to go in there and get a win and now get the break, the extra time, I think will help them in a big game this week, obviously, against Washington.
Yeah. You take away the Pollard 58-yard run, and the Cowboys really couldn't run the ball at all against New Orleans, and they've been stuck in the mud running the ball for a month and a half now. What do you see as the biggest problem there?
Well, a lot of talk about Zeke, and he doesn't look right to me, and I said it during the broadcast. I love Ezekiel Elliott. I love everything about him, the way that he plays. I think he's a great teammate, a great locker room player. He's one of those players that teams have. Usually it's not your star running back, but he really is kind of the glue in a lot of ways. And maybe that's why he's continued to play, just because he's held to such high regard and he's respected so much within the organization and from his teammates. But he doesn't look like the same player. He's very fit, and he's just not healthy. I mean, it's pretty obvious. He's admitted that, but he wants to play. And he's fighting through it. And in an era when I think fewer and fewer players want to play when they're less than 100%, I really admire everything about him for wanting to get out there and play. Pollard's done obviously some really good things and did again in that game on Thursday night. I know that when you make changes in the offensive line, they have had some of those things. Been a little bit of shuffling going on, and then, of course, there was Thursday with Terrence Steele not being able to go, and then the changes they've made at the left guard position. Sometimes that has an effect everywhere, just because of the communication and the things that have to take place within the offensive line. But I still think this offensive line is really good, and I think that when healthy, Zeke obviously is a great player, but they should be running it better than what they are, and I think they realize that, and they're hoping that'll start this week, and it would be a good time for that to happen on the road at Washington.
I don't have to hit play no more. You know what I mean? That Troy Aikman, my goodness. And he always going to cut it right down the middle. He'll slice it, And I've seen people say, Troy Aikman be hating. He'll slice it. It'll be a cake. And he'll, Troy, let me get a slice. Hey, wait a minute. I'm your boy. You supposed to cut me a big slice. No, this your portion. I love it. When he slices it, baby, slice it right down the middle. This is your portion. Ezekiel Elliott, this is your portion. Dak Prescott, this is your portion. Offensive line, this is your portion. But don't, hey, don't you supposed to give Ezekiel Elliott the bigger portion? No. What about me? I'm number one fan, Troy. Where my slice? No. He give everybody the same slice, and I love it. He's objective with his reasonings, and he spit nothing but the truth. The offensive line, yes, they need to have that continuity and rapport. Oh, he slices that up. Oh, excuse me. We all love Ezekiel Elliott, one of the better running backs in the National Football League when healthy. Now they bring in Ito. What is it? Ito Smith, not Emmett, but they bring in Ito. I think that's how you say his name, right? And he's to the practice squad. But what really kind of got my eyes like this was when I went over here, and that's okay with Ezekiel Elliott. Shout out to you, Devil Dog. It's okay. Thank you for the donation there, by the way, Devil Dog. It's okay when I see Ezekiel Elliott on the bike. We know he want to get right back to it. But what really made my eyes buckle is when I see Tony Pollard working the chords. Normally, you work the chords when something is wrong. I hope all is well. And we will get more and more details of news and information from my guy John Machota and Michael Gelkin and everybody else, David Moore and all of those boys that's reporting news and information from Cowboys training camp or not training camp, from Cowboys practice. We'll get all of that information. But I hope all is well with both of these running backs, because the last thing we need is to have one of this news out here. On these last 5 games, one of this news right here. Where is that? Come on, here we go.
Breaking news.
The Cowboys will be without Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard due to unforeseeable injuries. We don't want that. And they're ushering out Clemeth and Ito. We don't want to see that, Cowboy Nation. So I hope all is well with those boys. And it's just practice first day back. But let's listen to more of what Troy got to say.
The Hall of Famer Troy Aikman with us here on the ticket. So here comes the Washington football team.
Almost said it.
Almost said it, but I didn't.
He almost.
But now 6-6, and we always say that a team is a reflection of their head coach. I think this team really is. I mean, they've had some setbacks, and they're trying to find their defense, injuries, and all that stuff. But boy, what a job Ron Rivera has done making this team believe we've still got a shot in this thing, and we've still got a shot at the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It is interesting how things change quickly. And like we said last week, we thought Philadelphia was the team, and now Washington's the one. And a lot's going to be determined here over the next few games within the NFC East. And I do agree with you with Ron Rivera. I think the players really enjoy playing for him. I think the world of him. I consider him a friend. I think he's gone there. He's given that entire organization some stability. When he took over, it was in disarray in a lot of ways, and it still has
on Facebook.
been, I guess, in some ways as well. And I think he's been the guy who's been able to stabilize it a little bit. He's made some hard decisions. I think the releasing of Dwayne Haskins wasn't an easy thing to do. I don't know that happens in other years based on how they were operating. But they are getting better, and I think that's the thing that he understands. And it started coming off their bye week with a win against Tampa Bay, so an improbable win, but a win that gave them a lot of confidence. So now they've won 4 in a row, and even though it hasn't all been great, and they've got some deficiencies, but they come into this game against Dallas feeling really good because of the win streak. I think Dallas is still questioning themselves a little bit, but I also know that Washington, when they play Dallas, that old cliche of, hey, you can throw the records out, that sounds good, but with these two teams, that really is true, and it's especially true with Washington. Right. We've seen Washington over the years, over many years, when they've come in against Dallas and have been by far the inferior team, and yet they've been able to come out with a victory. And so I think it's a team, even though there's a lot of different players since, over the years, but I think it's a team that plays Dallas and feels really good about how they match up against this football team, and they all understand what's at stake. And Dallas does as well. So this will be a fun game. And I would expect it to have very much a playoff atmosphere, knowing what rides on it within the division.
Ooh, now, this is like I said last week, was a must-win game, right? I come here to tell you that this game, must-win game. I believe that this team, we're not finna oversee or overlook the Washington football team. The Washington Flex Seal, right? It's Flex Seal team. Yeah, Sam says Troy speaking facts. Remember, he's going to cut that slice. He's going to give you a slice, and it's going to be proportion. It's not going to be big slice on Cowboys and little slice on the Washington team. He's going to give you a fair and balanced assessment, and that's why I like listening to Troy before I play Michael Irvin, because Michael Irvin, he's going to be the Cowboys going to whip everybody. Cowboys going straight to the Super Bowl. That's Michael Irvin, right? That's Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin, I love him, Cowboys by 50, That's what Michael Irvin's about to say when I click on Michael Irvin's video. But I love Troy Aikman assessment. But let's go.
Not sure how many Washington games you and Joe have had this year and last season, but how much have you seen of Taylor Heinicke at quarterback, and what do you think about him?
We had one game this year. I like him. I like the way he competes. I like the way he can move around. I think he does some really good things, and I think the players believe in him. I think sometimes he has a tendency to think that he can make more plays than you can, and I think that's kind of the fine line that all quarterbacks walk, is knowing when you have to just bail out on a play and give up and go to the next one, and when maybe you have to try to make a play. But I think he does give them he gives them an element of creativity,
right?
And has done some really good things. So I like him. He's one of those guys you pull for because he has been the underdog for his entire career, and yet here he is doing some good things in the NFL for the Washington team, and I like what I've seen, and I like what I've seen of their offense and the way that they've been able to play and do some good things there with Scott Turner. North's son is the offensive coordinator, and I think he's kind of hitting his stride as well as a play caller. And I thought the game that we had last year, that was with Alex Smith at quarterback. Last year in Dallas, when they played in Dallas, can't remember now if that was Thanksgiving or not, but I thought Scott called a really good game that day as well, and I thought he did the last game I saw on Monday Night Football.
It looks like, and they've written about this in Washington, that his teammates, Heinicke's teammates, just really love him and want to play for him. How does a quarterback win over the locker room? It's not just with numbers. What is that? I guess there's different ways to do it, but from your perspective, how does a quarterback win over the room to where these guys, okay, whatever he says, we're going to do?
Well, I think the important thing for a quarterback, first and foremost, is your teammates have to believe that winning is the most important thing to you, beyond your own numbers, beyond anything that you may get individually. I think as a quarterback, this is not the same. This isn't Tyler Heinicke, but for a lot of quarterbacks, they're viewed by their teammates as the guy who gets the easy contract, makes all the money, and everything in the organization's catered to him. And I think that when you're a franchise quarterback, then you've got to make sure that you're always in alignment with the guys in your locker room,
Big facts.
And they have to know that. And
Big facts,
and they know if it's not real. So I think that's first and foremost. As far as personality and style, I think everybody has their own approach. I think Heinicke is probably a pretty carefree, easygoing, likable, fun guy that players kind of gravitate to. I think it's a little bit like Dak. Dak's one of those guys. Dak has the first criteria that I say that, and I've said it before, that I think players in that locker room know that regardless of whatever he's making or not making or whatever commercials he's doing or whatever they're talking about, how many yards he throws, that when it's all said and done, none of that's important to him as long as they win. And that's important to offensive linemen. It's important to defensive players. And then you've got to be able to connect with each one of those guys. And I think that, you talk about Tom Brady and all of his greatness. I think one of his greatest attributes is you can talk to virtually any player who's ever played on the same team as him, and they all feel like they have a personal story and a personal relationship with him. And that gets harder the older you get. But Tom works hard at it. It's not pretentious. He's very authentic, and I think players recognize that.
Monday Night Football last night gave us a game the likes of which we haven't seen in a long time. It's been 50-plus years since a team threw 3 passes or fewer in a game and won. Yeah. That's what the Patriots did. That was like watching an old Oklahoma-Nebraska game, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's Troy Aikman thoughts on Tyler Heinicke. Now, he's not putting him in the same room as Dak Prescott and Tom Brady. He was saying that he was giving his impressions of his thoughts on how he can win over a team in the locker room, and the political part of it is how he do all of those things, which is good, But I come here to tell you guys on this beautiful day that all of that stuff go out the window. We've coming, baby. All our fronts coming, and that's just the bottom line. We're going to see how they're going to react to what's going to happen to him with all of those praises. JD says, Law, should the Cowboys release LVE? Well, at this point, what would be the purpose of it when this is his last year? You need that body out there. I know, I get it. I see a lot of people who looking at LVE and say, okay, that's equivalent what's on the bottom of my feet, right? But I don't believe in just getting rid of a guy just to be getting rid of a guy. Let's see how the end of this year play out. We got 5 more games left in the regular season, and I get it. You want to find somebody to point fingers at, and it's LVE. He's been the guy with the egg on his face and head and everything else, but releasing him would mean nothing at this point. He will be on the streets next year, and let's see what that happen with him next year. But I feel you, though. A shout out to you, Elite Rob. Appreciate you. Let me see. I'm trying to read some of your comments here. He's a shifty runner. David Lee, you're right. Tyler, he can get off to the edge and he can run. And you got to keep him contained. I think that rollout, play actions is his strong suit. Mr. Exxon says, hey, he's straight trash, homie. Signed Cunningham. Zach Cunningham is a great run defender. What I'm going to do, if the Cowboys decide to pick him up, he's another guy. I think I put it on my Twitter. Y'all bear with me. Let me pull it up right quick. I think I did. Let me go to Twitter, go to my page, and you guys can check out my Twitter as well. Here he is, Zach Cunningham. Released in Cowboy Nation. I feel how I feel. How do you all feel about this? Zach Cunningham. Now, we go here, and we go ZACH Cunningham. We go here, we go there. And you look at his grades, it's not jumping out at the screen at you, but you do see an improvement on run defense. Overall is 49.6, and the coverage is 40.4. I'm not finna dig through any of the film or scrape through and see what he did and what he didn't do or what have you, unless we signed him. If we signed him, then I would comb through all of the tape or what have you. But he got to clear waivers, and I think the Cowboys are number 12th on the pecking order, or 13th on the pecking order as it relates to waivers. So if he clear waivers, call the man over for a cup of coffee. Call him up. Put somebody out and bring him in. Yeah, Cox did tore his ACL, Jay Lombardi, so he won't be available until next year. So that's what we are got mad at with injuries are injuries. But when you type in Leighton, I think his score is a whole lot lower, especially in coverage. I think that Leighton Vander Esch and Neal, both just terrible grades in coverage. Coverage 46. So 46, run defense is 56.5. That is Leighton Vander Esch. If you trust these grades, by the way. So he's better than Cunningham, according to these grades, Cowboy Nation, in coverage. But run defense been the situation that we want LVE to improve in, and you can see it's 56, so we splitting hairs right here. So overall grade 50.2, and then Cunningham overall grade 49.6. The Cowboys may have a whole different grading system that they roll through, and they say, nah, we're not finna pick up this guy just to be marginally better. And I'm not saying that Zach Cunningham is less or better, you know what I'm saying, than LVE. But let's pull up, let's see, Keanu. I think that's how you spell his name, Neal. Let me see. They put Reeves. Okay. All right, here we go. Bam, boom. He's good in coverage, though. Yeah, run defense 26. How can you score that low? What, you going to let him run by you? Like, hey, go run by me, dog. Go run by me. 26.7. Like I said, I didn't do this year alone because the NFL all 22 is all weird. The new way they got it, the new system that they got it. So I didn't pull individual players like Neal, LVE, because you got to watch the entire situation. You just can't pull just their clips, and which is good, to watch the entire film. But in the future, maybe when I have time, we can pull up Neal's independent film assessment and see why the heck, I almost cussed, that is a 26.7. That joker down there. Boy, you can't even grade that on the curve. So at least LVE is hitting in run defense a little bit better than Neal. But what I can see in the last game, from my physical eyes, that Neal had 6 tackles, I believe. Let me pull it up. I think that I was seeing when I was doing my assessment on D-Law, Neal was coming in and filling. So it wasn't like he was playing that terrible. Let me see if I pull up this game and I can pull up the individual stats for Neal. Because I think that he had at least, he had 6 tackles. So he was flying. He had 4 solos. So that's not bad, Cowboy Nation, from the person that's in the second level of your defense. Because your first level is your defensive front. Then your second level is this level right here. So let's see. Let's see what he so far this season he have 1 sack, 54 tackles. Not bad at all for Neal. So it is what it is. Maybe, just maybe, we'll do an independent study on him. Let me know if you guys feel like y'all would like to have that. DQ takes an L for Neal. Yeah, Dan Quinn. That's his boy. He called him some other name. Y'all can put that in the chat box. But I said, man, I'm not finna call this man that name. Unless we singing the Drake song, Kiki, do you love me? We ain't finna call this man a full-grown man, KK. We not finna do it over here. That's what Dan Quinn call him,
What were you talking to Dak about on the sideline?
This is the message from Michael Irvin, the playmaker, number 88, to Rain Dakota Prescott. Yeah. How you score that low? I see you, man.
That you can share.
The most important thing.
Can y'all hear the audio?
We need to gather. I had already heard that Dak was very upset because Dak's a perfectionist. He's a perfectionist. He wants to be great at everything, and he drives himself. And I was like, that's a great thing. But I heard he was really upset with his win, with the way he had played. He wasn't happy because the offense didn't do what they needed to do. My experience, I thought I needed to share something with Dak here. So I said to Dak, hey, when I grabbed him on the side, I said, hey, listen, you may not be totally happy. I can get it. I get it. You can go and work on that. But right now, we just had 3 of the last 4 weeks, we were down. Mm-hmm. I mean, we lost 3 of the last 4 games. And do you know what it's like when you lose a game? The locker room, if you guys been around the locker room, it's dead. Everybody is worrying, and all you're doing is regurgitating all the bad stuff, and the coaches are overcoaching. I told you to go 15 yards. You went 13 and a half. And the players are coming back to the locker room like, man, coach tripping, man. What on? You know what I mean? All of that goes on in a locker room when you're losing.
Right.
And I said to Dak, Dak, I understand you're not happy, but we need to have that good feeling in the locker room again. Yeah. We got to win. We're getting a win. Let's make sure we're feeling good again. Let's get back to feeling like we were feeling in the early part of the season where you're feeling good in the locker room. Now, Deion was saying...
that wasn't feeling. Let me rewind. That playmaker right there, baby. He got to get that good feeling. Nobody talk like the playmaker, man. Oh, my goodness. The feeling. Oh, my goodness. Listen.
Getting a win. Let's make sure we're feeling good again. Let's get back to feeling like we were feeling in the early part of the season where you're feeling good in the locker room. Now, Deion was saying stuff. When Deion said, you look good, you feel good, you play good, you pay good. It's some reality to that.
Yeah.
It's some reality to that. You know what I mean? And it's biblical. As a man thinketh, so is he. It's biblical. So I was telling Dak, let's not get overly crazy about this game. This is a great win. Let's get in the locker room and have some fun. Let's get back to that good feeling again because we need that going to the stretch run. You don't want to go into the stretch run thinking, oh, man, we're still not playing right. We're still not doing this. Let's start projecting good things. And I believe he received that because he said, I never thought about that, Mike. I got you. You're right. You know what I mean? We needed to feel good about it. We need to feel good about that win.
But it wasn't a good win, Mike.
Whoa. The playmaker, appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for the love and adulation to both of y'all, B. Wee and Chef Mac, man. Appreciate you so much, man. Happy holidays to you as well. Appreciate you, man, for your donations. They think they're ready. Yeah, they talking biblical. Yeah, David versus the Giant. Yeah, David actually had a name, so that is won't work here. Let's go. Let's end these fools. Yeah, B. Wade, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Biblically speaking, David versus Goliath, right? And he had some names. And after David slew Goliath, it didn't stop there because he had to slew the Goliath brothers too. So he was always fighting. It was never over with, Cowboy Nation. Oh, Chef Mac, the playmaker, knows what he's talking about. Let me go all the way back, man. I got to go back to feelings before they get into the conversation. Let's go all the way back, man. You guys got nowhere else to go, right? Appreciate you, B-Wee, and shout out to you, Chef Mac.
There's some reality to that. You know what I mean? And it's biblical. As a man thinketh, so is he. It's biblical. So I was telling Dak, let's not get overly crazy about this game. This is a great win. Let's get in the locker room and have some fun. Let's get back to that good feeling again because we need that going into the stretch run. You don't want to go into the stretch run thinking, oh, man, we're still not playing right. We're still not doing this. Let's start projecting good things. And I believe he received that because he said, I never thought about that, Mike. I got you. You're right. You know what I mean? We needed to feel good about it. We need to feel good about that win.
But it wasn't a good win, Mike. It wasn't a great win. That was a frustrating win. No.
Get
him!
So, do you hear what you just said?
Yeah.
What in the hell is how can you even put your mouth, let your lips touch each other, and come out saying it wasn't a good win?
They got
lucky. What the hell is not a good win?
They got lucky that Taysom Hill threw him 4 picks. This offense is still not playing well. They couldn't stop Taysom Hill running. I mean, I'm not feeling great about them as an elite contender, and I was hoping I would after the other night.
Get him!
And that's what I'm saying. You're hitting exactly what I'm talking about. You're not going to feel great when you don't feel great. I need them to get back to feeling great so they can really feel great and play great.
Yeah.
It's not going to come separate of each other. I'm telling you, and remember when I told you guys every time we lost in twos, and I could never figure it out. I was trying to pull us out of it. I could never figure it out. This is what it was. Because we would lose one game, and then we go into the next week feeling bad about the last game, and overthinking, overanalyzing, over-breaking it down, and we lose the next game. Until we have to come out of that funk. And we had to come out of the funk with the way we feel before we hit the field to feel better about it. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. And when I told Dak that, that's exactly where we need to be. We need to get back. And because it's Dallas, and everybody talks about us so much.
Get 'em.
When you lose a game or you don't play great, everybody's pointing out every situation and every issue, as opposed to taking it as a win. We have to we have to monitor this and make sure you receive the victory and try to get yourself feeling good again, like we were in the beginning of the season. We're on the stretch 5 right now. Usually be last 4 games of the season, but since it's the extra game, I like to call it now the stretch 5.
Stretch 5.
So we've got to get back to where you were in the beginning of the year to make for this stretch 5 as you head into it.
Michael Irvin, the playmaker, join us here at 105.
There should be no rebuttal at all. I mean, come on. I told y'all, Troy Aikman didn't even hear the audio before I pressed play for Michael Irvin or Troy Aikman. So this is to my virgin ears, just like you guys. I know you guys probably already heard Troy from 1310 The Ticket. I know you guys probably already heard from 105.3 The Fan. But I wanted to get I wanted to get the raw emotions from Troy because he's always going to be the analytical, logical, guy with A, B, C conversation, 1, 2, 3. And then Michael, you need both of them, Cowboy Nation, is going to be that raw passion. He's going to give it to you straight, but he's going to be leaning more on the side of the Cowboys, but he's spitting the truth. These boys need to have fun. F-U-N, fun. If you don't like it, they need to put the F-U in fun. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the truth, Cowboy Nation, that I know it's a job. I know it's a situation that everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, looking at it and say, okay, against an opponent, you should beat by 30 points or 40 points, but that's not reality. But if these guys are not having fun, you will see it trickle down. And if they overanalyze and stuff, just like I said with the Kurt Warner video, right, that he analyzed everything so much that now a third of the Cowboy fan base be like, hey, look at this, look at that. But he left out the main ingredient, the offensive line. That's why Dak Prescott moved off his read. You can't trust something that you pretty much is on shaky grounds with. Thin ice. That offensive line was on thin ice. Now they got to get back. They got to get back to that offensive line being stern and sturdy. I can't talk today, sturdy. But that's the reality. There's nothing wrong with Dak Prescott. People knocking on the door. Is he 100% healthy? Shoot, he's walking around. He's as healthy as God will allow him to be at this point. Now, from an unsurety, from a aspect, is this offensive line got 100% continuity? No, the answer is no. That's why I said last week, in the earlier part of this week, don't touch it. Don't touch it. But Dak Prescott was still able to make some plays. That was a big throw. Big throw to Michael Gallup on the edge that Kurt Warner broke down. I think he broke down 12 plays of Dak Prescott. That was a big boy throw. Now, could he trust to read, climb the pocket, and step up and hit C.D. Lamb on the right side? I think, no, it was Amari Cooper, somebody, yeah. But let's keep in mind that the New Orleans Saints, the number 2 defense in the National Football League. Let's keep in mind the same team that everybody was trying to excoriate, right, and cast aspersions on. That same team beat the bejesus out of Aaron Rodgers week 1. That same team, did they beat Tampa Bay too? Can we go back and watch week 1's tape and say, hey, Aaron Rodgers, he should trust his progressions. He should trust his offensive line. No, nobody's doing that. But when the Cowboys win or lose, they make it such a big deal. So that's what Michael Irvin was saying in this excerpt or this clip. He was saying basically, Cowboy Nation, you got to make sure that you're good at your feelings. Get the good feelings back, right? But it was a horrible win. No, it's a win, it's a win. I come here to tell you that the first 3 Super Bowls that Tom Brady won, and I know we're talking Super Bowl versus regular season, and I know this you can't really, it's apples and oranges at this point, but hear me out before you guys run off from me. They was ugly wins. The kicker was the main determinations or determined factor for that particular win, right? The kicker. But 30 years from now, even 20 years from now, 10 years from now, even now, people don't even give credit to the kicker, nor that defense that the Patriots had, right? All of the credit goes to Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. But they was ugly wins. I digress.
5 through the fan. Jerry kind of, I don't want to say threw him under the bus, but intimated that the wide receivers may not be running the best routes, and that's what makes Dak look like he's inaccurate. How much of that actually happens where, the quarterback's missing throws, and in reality, maybe it's just the wide receivers aren't running, the routes at the right depth or being where the QB expects them to be?
Shout out to you, Yarber. Shout out to you, Sally Lawyer.
Well, that's a hell of a question. Because,
I know.
because
Oh, buddy. Oh, my goodness, man. Let me go. Oh, my goodness.
No.
Look, we all get it, man. Jerry Jones is still a salesman. And let's not crucify Jerry Jones for his statement about these wide receivers, Cowboy Nation. Come on, baby. You know that he was just trying to deflect, and he used a wrong way to do it by pointing out the wide receivers, right? Juxtaposed to the offensive line and Rain Dakota Prescott. You just can't pour it all on the Prescott and the quarterback with the front five. And he just leaned on the wide receivers. And all of our wide receivers, trust me, all of them don't have that mindset like a Terrell Owens, right? None of them have that mindset like a Dez Bryant, and I'm not shooting no shade at them. And none of them have the thought path like a Cole Beasley that will say, hey, this political ball that's going around, they throw to the favors, right? And they will call out the front office, right? So I'm quite sure that everything was calculated, and Jerry Jones, no. You know, he can poke fun at Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper ain't finna go nowhere. he can talk all day about Michael Gallup. Y'all hear him talk. Michael Gallup ain't gonna talk back about Jerry Jones. Nor maybe CeeDee Lamb when he get his first offer as far as, you know, after 3 years from now. But nobody, man, come on. We got the most let me see how I can put this in better words. We don't got no divas as wide receivers, basically.
everything is set. Okay, if I'm going to run a 4 route, I got to run a 20-yard in. You know what I mean? So I'm going to measure 20 yards. But if there's my depth of my route, according to the timing of Troy drops back, is when I get to 20 yards, I cut across. I should catch that ball about 2 yards inside the numbers when Troy throws it. He doesn't even have to see me when he throws it. He should be able to throw it right there. That's where I should be.
Right.
If all things are clean. But if there's somebody in front of me and they're pressing me, now the 20 yards may come to 19. Or they even be 18 yards because it depends on how much time I spend at the line of scrimmage getting off the ball before I get into the route.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to measure how many yards did that time take at the line of scrimmage that I have to take off at the top of this route. If I spend too long here, I got to take 2 yards off. If I didn't spend too long, I maybe take 1 yard off. But I got to make sure the timing is correct. So that's why I say it's a tough question, a hard question, because there's so many variables that change things that you ultimately set. We set the parameters. I'm going to drop back these many steps. You're going to run a 20-yard square in. But then the variables may happen. Somebody pressed me. You know what I mean? When Troy took the snap, somebody blitzed him. All of these things change the routes. So when Jerry said they're having issues, that's so hard to determine without understanding all the variables that are going on the football field.
Man. And the playmaker put the bow tie on it as much as possible. My only assessment of this is this right here, Cowboy Nation. Let's not get too much in the frenzy of what Jerry Jones said about that part of it. That was all mumbo jumbo. But to Jerry's defense, call me a homer, Cowboy Nation. That was CeeDee Lamb first game back. Is that true or false? That was Amari Cooper's first game back. True or false? Put that in the comment box. And it takes time for a level of continuity to develop again on the field. It's kind of like first game of the year, right? Those boys should be sharper and crispier now. My biggest thing, believe it or not, is the offensive line. Where they going to set up with this offensive line? Will it be musical chairs? We heard Jerry Wayne Jones speak glowingly of Terrence Steele yesterday, and he spoke glowingly, dare I say, of La'el Collins. He said both of those boys will start. And when they press Mike McCarthy today on who will be the starting right tackle, he didn't give up at all to say who will be the starting right tackle. Now, to know that they are hiding something, see, the media was smart, and I'm not calling our guys at the media. They do a wonderful job. They do a wonderful job. But sometimes, and I just post a link to the audio for those who want to listen to the audio without me pausing and rewinding. Shout out to 105.3 The Fan, and shout out to Sean and RJ. Wonderful job over there. So the way they can get him, the way they can get Mike McCarthy, if they were wise, is already have your rebuttal already built in. If they were smart with it, they would say, hey, Mike McCarthy, who is your starting left tackle? And without hesitations nor deviations, they would say, Tyron Smith, right? Because they know, they trust that foundation, right? Right, Cowboy Nation? But when you don't trust something, you get to hesitating. Or you want to hide something, you get to pointing fingers. You know, you don't want to give it up real quickly, you know. So that is what they should have said. They should have presented the question, who will be your starting left tackle, Mike McCarthy or Jerry Jones? And they would have uttered, Tyron Smith. Who will be your right tackle? Oh, dude, I need, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ask a question with a question. Ask a question knowing that you already got the answer. That's how Almighty does it, right? In the good book. You already knew the answer. When Eve bit of the fruit. So, we naked. Let's hide ourselves. Let's cover ourselves. And the Almighty came down to see what's going on. Why y'all got clothes on, basically? Huh? We've shamed. We know that we are naked. Y'all getting some valuable information. And then he asks, who told you you were naked? You know who told him? The truth. Paul, he putting it in there. Yeah. The truth. Who told you was naked? Huh? They're going to go over some people's head, baby. It's going to go over some people's head. Yeah. Yeah.
Week, something's just been a little bit off with Dak. He's not.
Yeah, so that was all of that interview there. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody for watching. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all want me to continue to go? You know? Carl says naked. Yeah. Yeah. Shame. Yeah. So that's how the truth works, baby. Who told you was naked? So who told you guys that Collins is going to be right tackle? Who told you that Steele is going to be right tackle? Keep it rolling, Jay Lombardi. Yeah, appreciate you. Keep going. All right, so we're going to get this thing going the best way possible. Let me see. I already pulled that up. Let me see the Dallas Cowboys. Let me see where we at now. Cause I know the grades have upgraded since then. They're finally in. So that didn't change. We still 15th defense, special teams 16th. Okay, first in offense overall, number 3. Let me see where our contemporaries. Let me see where our opposition is at. You know, Washington. Flex sealers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. So numbers are numbers. We talked about that already. Let's see what's going on in practice. Let me refresh this one. DeMarcus Lawrence said he's coming back from a broken foot. Hasn't changed anything to his approach. Okay, that's good news with that. The Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott, no plans of sitting out this game. You're going to have to drag me off the field. That was Ezekiel Elliott. Look at the beer gang, baby. He said, you're going to have to drag me off the field. I like that mentality, right? So they did the interview somewhere. It could be on 105.3 The Fan. No. It could be on the Cowboys website. Be sure to check them out. And then everybody else was at practice. No other news that updated from here. But I like to do this right here of gathering your thoughts before we exit. Y'all know how to do
Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for
Only the ones that down for me now. Everybody else, you don't have to. Come on.
Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real.
Come on, only the ones that down, baby. The phone line for your mind. Yeah.
Mobbing with my brothers, there's no question, keep it real.
Come on.
Whether we East coastin' or we in the hidden hills. In the poppin' straps of blue faces, not the pills. Heard you callin' bluffs, I show and prove, yeah, this for real. Son of God, not a son of sand.
Yeah.
Keep it off the books and keep it coming in.
Coming, baby.
It's the old whip, see what I'm coming in.
What's on y'all mind, baby?
It's like caramel, just like 100 grand. Call my phone,
hit my line, baby. 657-390-7391. 91.
Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Heard you moving funny.
Come on, baby.
Had some more friends like my brothers. I can't trust it all. Same ones in your corner.
What's up with you, Sherman?
I only need
Williams? Let's go.
Down the fire with me.
Hit me up, baby.
Lose a draw with me. Those my brothers, different mothers, part of power with me. Got the
hit that like button, baby. We rolling. Call my phone. We get rid of. Ray says you get rid of. Ray, you said we need to get rid of Leighton Vander Esch. We will see what the Cowboys would do with that, though, down the line this season. All right, we got the 909, man, the hotline, man. Hey, you on? You live? You lit? You ready, 909? Spit your mind.
What up, Law? What up, Law?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me.
Man, hey, I just want the Cowboy Nation to know we got to stop being so spoiled about how we doing things, man. We should be happy that we even – last year, wasn't we just talking about we will be even decent if we in middle of the pack of the defense? Ain't that what we are now?
We are flat out where we said we wanted to be.
Like we can't be the best of everything.
Right.
But I just want to say this. I think honestly we can actually get a lot better. We finna have D-Law, Parsons, Gregory. Man, what's the big boy in the middle?
Well, we got Gallimore. He'll be back, and he'll be back.
I mean, man, I don't know how we gonna be stopped on the run, but you know what I mean. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see. But why are we scared of the Washington football team now all of a sudden?
I think that people listen to the 4 and 3 Ladder Network and they regurgitate what they say. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think that they do, and that's just how it's been, man, with the Cowboys. We've been so used to being let down with previous coach and administration, right? And people were thinking just because we got a new coach last year, we're supposed to immediately go to the Super Bowl and all of the old scales from what happened with the previous administration should fall off. But that's not how football works. That's not how life works as well.
That's not how it works.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just funny to me. It's just funny to me. I was just thinking about it all this week. Like we were just talking about last year.
Right.
If we can just in the middle of the pack, we would be good.
We'll be good. What school you went to? You went to college?
Yeah.
You went to SWAC, or you went to MEAC, or you went to SEC? Where you went to? What was your college?
I played basketball. I went to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. So when you played against your rivalry, did you say, let's not take them lightly, right? You didn't say none of that. You're like, man, we've been whoop some butt, you know?
I mean that's your mentality and your mindset. As soon as you play in your rivalry, you ain't even thinking about nothing. You just trying to kill.
You're just trying to kill it, you know. So I just wish that our fan base, you know, would just stand tall and firm and stop being shallow. You know, let's go in that thing and let's say we're going to destroy the Washington team with objective reasonings, though, you know, of course. Because that's how if the role was reversed, there won't be a Washington fan. If they were 8-4 and we were 6-6 rolling in there won't be a Washington fan saying, "Hey, wait a minute now, the Cowboys could do this and could do that." No, Washington, they be speaking.
Hey, law. One thing. Hey, what's my man Prescott record against the Washington football team? Please tell me that one time.
Oh, okay. Actually, it should be 8-0, but it's 7-1. If you, it's 7-1 though. It's 7-1.
That's all I'm trying to figure out. Why is everybody so scared of this? Like I'm just trying to. I don't understand it, man.
It's just because of this right here. The past, you know what I'm saying? What we had 10 years with Jason Garrett, 3 years with Coach Wade Phillips, and then, you know, all of the hoopla up and down with this organization as it relates to the front office.
I just been laughing about this stuff. It's just funny to me, man. Everybody just be so nervous, be scared. But this man is 7-0, 7-1, and we ain't never had no problem against these guys.
No doubt, man. But I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you so much for calling in, fam.
Sure.
Good call from the 909, man. He spoke his mind. Somebody said that they lost to the Washington team last year, 2 games. Yeah. We didn't have number 4. And I'm quite familiar that those wins that they beat us last year, even at our, you know, deficit as it relates to, like, injuries on our team, it wasn't like they just blew us out. And I know people will look at the last score on the Eagles, on the evening of the Thanksgiving games, I meant to say, and people will look at it and say, no, they blew us out. Look at those last 2 touchdowns. It wasn't until Mike McCarthy mailed it in, or it could have been Bones who tried to go for it on 4th and 20. Right? You guys remember that on our own side of the field? Right? The game was pretty tight. And that's even with Andy Dalton throwing the ball around as the quarterback. So it is what it is. We got Jay Worthy. What's good?
What's up, Long?
Nothing to it, man.
During the day off with little girl, you know. And,
with little mama. Okay.
Yeah, I turned on Law Nation, and that was a great take by Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin.
Oh my God!
And Michael Irvin hit it on the nose, and it made me think, because when you were speaking, you know, you got biblical on it, and I was thinking about the congregation in the first century. When apostasy started to come in, what did it cause? It caused division. And so when you start listening to these 4-letter networks, which most of our fans are doing, and if you're weak-minded, you start to believe them because they're watering down the truth.
Right.
And they're not speaking truth. And so that's why, and then never did I ever hear the Cowboys players before talk about the fans, you know, and the fair weather fans. So it's starting to cause a little division. They're starting to hear those things. It's starting to get to them. Get back to having fun.
Right.
Play football. And we got to support our team. We need unity. Cowboys Nation can't be divided. We can't let this division from these 4-letter networks coming in saying and watering down the truth with their apostate thinking.
Right.
We can't have that because that's what's taking the fun out of us. We won. We won. Enjoy it. We're not going to win pretty. We're not always going to blow teams out. Sometimes we got to let the defense. Isn't that what we wanted? All that year we watched the worst defense of Cowboys history.
Right.
And so now when our defense pick it up and catch 4 interceptions, and I don't know why everybody keeps saying they were lucky because of their quarterback. So Trayvon Diggs has been picking off everybody through the whole season. His interception was luck? Not at all.
Right.
J-Ron Curse catch a toe drag swag on the sideline. Was that luck? No. That was pure experience. That was experience. You know, Jay Lewis hit the quarterback arm, which caused our what's his name? Our safety
KZ, TMZ, baby.
None of those interceptions was luck. That was pure will and determination by our players. But for some apparent reason, everybody keeps feeding into the lie.
But you know what? You know what, Jay? You know what Jimmy, the mighty Jimmy Johnson said what luck is? You know what he said the definition of that is? Jimmy Johnson, he said it. Because they was discounting him, and he took that momentum because nobody made it to the Pro Bowl on the defensive side of the coin because they were so busy trying to discount the Cowboys at the time, and I'll never forget it. Yep. Jimmy Johnson said, y'all write this down. Luck is when preparations meets opportunity, Cowboy Nation. That is what Jimmy Johnson said. So when people start saying, they got lucky, no, they prepared themselves for that moment, and they was ready to take advantages of their situation. Because what the 4-letter and 3-letter network and some of the people that wear silver and blue, they are so quick. They are so quick to water down anything that we do, right? And glorify everything that the opposing team did. I come here to tell you that nobody uttering that it was luck or it was lucky that the Patriots beat the Bills with only 3 passing attempts. You know what I'm saying? So or passing completions. But if that was the Cowboys with that type of win, I can hear from the East. I can hear from the West and from the South and the North that, the Cowboys, you see, they really don't need a quarterback now because they can win it with the legs of the running backs. The offensive line will be so good. You know, they give everything to anything but the right credit for what happened. I appreciate you so much for calling in, Jay.
Not a problem, my dude.
Appreciate you. Good call, man. Good call. That's my guy, man. Yeah. All right, so we got next 203. You're live.
What's good, Paul?
Nothing to it. Talk to me.
Yeah, it's Chef Mac. I just was calling, man.
Chef, man, what's good, man? Hey, how everything going with you, man? You know, you got the channel going, you got everything going on your end with the IG page and the Twitter. You know, what's on your mind?
Man, I just was calling, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm kind of excited you let me on. I wasn't expecting for you to get me on, but man, thanks for like all the love that you've been showing, man. Like trying to help me with my page and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But these Washington, man, we about to smoke them, bro. We definitely about to get this dub. They don't scare me at all. Like I'm so hyped for this game. I've been waiting for this game since last year.
Yeah.
You know, they embarrassed us like bad. So I'm so ready for this game.
Yeah. And they embarrassed us so bad, man. Last year I was looking at that turkey and that ham, and I had those, those greens and everything. And I said, man, I don't even want to eat, man. It took me a whole 2 days. You know, food benefit could it get thrown away? I said, I get the pecan pie now. You know what I'm saying? And this year too, you know, my look, Thanksgiving games just been terrible for me, man, for the last 2 years, last 3 years basically. But the Cowboys the operative word should look into it like that too and say, hey, let's put up our best game and let's go attack foot at the neck type of game. I
cannot wait, man. I'm just hyped. I just wanted to call in real quick. I gotta go pick up my son.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for all the love that you've been showing me and, you know, helping me grow my channel and all that. I appreciate that so much, man.
Hey, so, plug the channel though. You can't run without plugging the channel.
I don't even know how to do that, man. Like I said, I don't even know how to do that. So,
no. Just tell people, man. You Chef Mac. You're on YouTube. You're on Twitter, Twitch. You're not on Twitch yet, but you on IG. Y'all follow Chef Mac. There you go. That's how you do it.
Chef Mac 19 on Instagram.
Go ahead.
My Twitter is Shy Guy Mac 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so definitely follow me, I'll follow back. You know.
No doubt.
Talk Cowboys all day.
And I did not forget about it, man. So you said you want a challenge, you want to dance off, right? You know, I read everything. I might not comment, but I read everything, baby. I got a little moves. Now you better watch out. You know, Genuine looks up my tape to learn how to dance, by the way. That pony, hey, he said, look, Lord, how you do that move again? And I said, you got to go like this and that.
All right, Rick. Thanks, man, for having me on.
Appreciate you, man. Go pick up the sun. The sun, yo. DMV. George in the house, baby. What's good, man?
Yep. Yo. What's up?
All good, man.
Now I'm just ready to see some football this weekend. I don't want to say I heard a lot of people saying they're not afraid of the football team. I just want everybody to remember that. I mean, we didn't respect the Broncos. They came in there and whooped our ass. We just gotta respect every opponent. That's all I think we need to realize. But I'm proud of our team. I want to ask you a question. Who's your starting five lineman? I just got here. I don't know if you said it earlier in the show.
Right. Well, you want to know who my starting five is relates to the offensive front?
Mm-hmm.
If I was the GM and everything, I would say keep the continuity. So whatever we had last week, we'll keep it this week. However, if you want me to just give you, like, if I was starting off after the 6-game winning spree with what we had with Terrence Steele, this would be my starting lineup. Guys, just trust me when I say this. I will have Tyron Smith, La'el Collins, Tyler Biotis, because he's still developing, and I think that the center job is one of the hardest positions to learn in the National Football League, right? And then you have Zach Martin and Terrence Steele. Those will be the same guys that I'll walk into any bar around Dallas and I say, come on and fight me. Connor Williams, you could be in the car to tell people, hey, it's time to drive off. He'll be the getaway guy. But I'm fighting with these 5 guys. I don't think that there's never a situation nor a scenario that you would leave either La'el Collins to be the getaway guy, nor would you leave Terrence Steele to be the getaway guy. You need your big boys up front. And that's just what I'm going to be rolling with. If you go with any other lineup, I'm whooping your tail. Who you got as your starting 5?
I think going left to right like you did, Tyron Williams, from the experience in the gap exchanges, and I'll tell you why Williams in a second after I finish. Tyler Biotis, even though he's been playing kind of iffy recently in the run game.
Right.
Zach and then La'el from the experience, and I feel like I could trust him more against elite bull rush talent, because we've seen Terrence Steele he got sat in Dak's lap and almost tore his ACL when he played Max Crosby. But that's the elite of the elite. But La'el would never go. La'el's not going like that. But the reason I pick Connor over Big Connor over Little Connor, as Voch would say, I picked Connor Williams over McGovern because I like the gap exchange, and Dak. A lot of people have been saying Dak has been playing bad recently. It's not like arm talent or the calf; it's his eyes. I feel like he has to move off reads really early because he has so much pressure in his face from the gap exchanges that even though McGovern's not giving up sacks, as soon as that man gets inside of you and he's beating you to the quarterback and Dak has to move off his spot, that messes up his eyes so much, and we've been missing a lot of big plays from that. Like, we literally, if you go to the film at the end of the half, our last play before the half in the Saints game, we had a wide open touchdown to our tight end Schultz over the middle, and Dak had to move off his spot, couldn't play on his feet, had to throw it away so he could take the field goal. And I think that's a big problem. Now, I don't think, even though Connor Williams holds a lot, I feel like he's picking up that gap exchange.
But what we saying now? What we saying is best 5. You say, Law, what is your best 5? So you painting the picture. You benching Terrence Steele. Is that the case in the scenario?
Yeah, because I like Terrence Steele. I don't like him as a swing tackle. I like him as a starting right tackle. But I like La'el against the top of the top talent. I feel like if La'el gets conditioning.
Who have a better passing grade right now, La'el Collins or Terrence Steele?
I'm guessing Terrence still since you brought up the question, but I feel
right. But now when you look at it like this, La'el Collins' run grade is 94. Mm-hmm. He's the best run graded player on this team. He's better than Zach Martin. He's better than Tyron Smith right now. You want that big boy inside when you pull, right? I mean, if you're trying to maul somebody, I need to have that out there. I need to have all of my best. But I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying as well, right? You're painting the scenario whereas you rolling out with what was projected to be at the start of the season. You rolling out with Tyron Smith, right? Connor Williams, right?
It worked in the Bucks. It worked in the Bucks game outside of Tyler Riardis getting pushed back by elite of the elite Vita Vea. Besides that Bucks game was perfect from the O-line.
Well, I tell you what. We can go back and we can go into the spree that we was on until we started changing stuff. When did we lose? When we started changing stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. You just don't change the horse in the middle of the race. I get it, but it is what it is. It's a fun conversation, man, but we will be all day, man, talking about this front five, you know?
What
else you got?
I'm gonna hang out on that point that you made about La'el Collins going to left guard. If we think McGovern's a bad athlete and his feet aren't that fast, I think La'el might even be worse because he's the biggest lineman we got, and I don't see him as that elite puller that Connor Williams is, and that's all I gotta say. I want to hear your take on that. I'm out.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in.
No problem.
FBI, get back, FBI. All right. So here's the situation here. If anybody say that La'el Collins, I just put out that he's a 94 at run protection, as run blocking, I meant to say. That's transferable to the inside, baby. That's transferable to the inside. You pull your guards. Normally you don't pull your tackles, right? But it's come to a situation whereas La'el Collins himself said that, and then trust me, it don't take a genius to see on film that Collins is faster than Connor McGovern, right? Now, Connor Williams probably be the fastest guy as it relates to that as the front five that you got out there. Now, he got those short arms, and then when he's out in space to the second level, he tend to reach. That's why if you look at majority of those plays that have been called back, there was a big play ran by, dare I say, Tony Pollard in the Atlanta Falcons game that they had to take off. There was plethora of other plays that down the field that you would see explosive plays happen, but they had to take off because somebody tend to reach and launch as it relates to that second level blocking. Oh, his name was number 52. Now, some of that stuff you can say, well, the Cowboys are being hosed by the aficionados, and I give you that. But what I'm saying is, collectively speaking, it took Connor Williams 3 years to equate to what La'el Collins did his first year as a guard. But I'm not finna get into the antics of law talking about guard versus tackle. Is La'el Collins is a tackle or a guard? But what I'm saying is my best five. I'm whooping people tail if I'm bringing that first five that I just presented to a bar fight. But let's go to 702. You're live.
Yeah, what's up, man? I just want to say I love your show, man. But
Appreciate
these
you.
Cowboy fans, they need to get it together, man. I think a lot of them are weak. They think we're gonna lose. They start complaining and bragging, and I say they just need to stay strong, man, believe in the team, and keep focused and keep the eye on the prize. We're getting healthy. The show is blowing up. I see the likes. I see the subscribers. Law, you're doing it right, man.
Appreciate it, man. I thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that.
All number love from Vegas, too, man. Keep doing your thing. I got to go because I got a bunch of shit to do, but, man, keep killing it, brother.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you from Vegas. Vegas. And, hey, to talk about a little bit more on Terrence Steele, it's the mentality for me. I don't like him on the left side of the field. I don't like him on the left side. But, dog it, I love him on the right. I want you guys to go back and watch one tape. And it exemplifies and it exhibits everything. And it's not the Chargers tape. It's the Eagles tape. This guy getting to the second level, I'm talking about number 78, Terrence Steele of all people, and he's literally pancaking down the field. Look, a player that landed on Dak Prescott. He said, "Get off of him. That's my quarterback." It's the mentality for me. So I'm thinking if I'm in a fight, I'm getting that, and I'm getting La'el Collins. Shoo. There's no way. There's no way if I'm bringing in a fight and I say, "Terrence, you wait in the car." No way. No way if we using just that analogy, baby. That's what I'm coming from. I need some dogs. I need some warriors. I need some monsters. I need somebody that will gobble up and spit somebody out and say, "Hey, I'm not finna help you up. I'm finna SHIT on you." You know what I'm saying? All right. Is this Cowboys in charge? What's good? Cowboys report. What's good?
Charles in charge is in the house, baby. How you doing, Law?
Charles, what's good, man? What you got?
No, man. I'm just gonna put what you gotta say on Steele, man. Terrence Steele should be back at right tackle because, like I said, I've been saying he's been an uncovered gem. You know what I mean? He was a UDFA last year. He was a nobody, and now he's becoming a somebody. And I know a few weeks ago I said he could become the next Big E. You said he had a long way to go before that, which he does.
You do.
But he needs more playing time to get better, progress. You know, we've seen confidence and ceiling just about, put Steele back in there. Those 6 games he played, they were great. I mean, and just like you said, he was on running plays. I saw him 10 yards down the field on running plays. You know, he would knock out his guy and he go look for the linebacker and safety. You know what I'm saying? And the first caller that we can't be the best at everything, damn sure we can.
Oh, my God. I think I lost you, man. You got to call back. I think you're on the road or something, but I appreciate you for calling in. Hey, we got my dog. 808. Montana, what's good?
What's good, Law Nation?
Everything good.
How you feeling this evening, brother?
Man, I'm feeling well, man. Doing good, man. I can't complain.
I just wanted to comment on a lot of people like, oh, well, you got to respect the Washington team. You see what the Broncos did to us. Listen, we don't play the Broncos every year like we play these guys. So it's fair game when you playing somebody outside of your conference division. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Anything goes. But when you play somebody in your division, you know who they are. You know who they are. They know who we are.
Common opponents,
But this is not the same team from 2020.
Right.
It's not Andy Dalton back there throwing the ball.
Yeah.
It's that 7-1 project. Give me that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I keep trying to tell people, like, man, chill, bro. They going to get what they asking for. They want Dallas, they going to get Dallas.
Right. Now, the reason why I think DMV George said that because he right in the DMV area, so he probably hearing all of the Washington news and noise, and it's coming like, hey, they finna go to the Super Bowl for crying out loud, regardless of who injured or not. They coming off of a 4-game winning spree, so I would give him just that little sliver. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, you're right. We need to go out there and represent like we should, fam.
I mean, I don't know, man. I just feel like Dallas is ready, bro. They just tired of the bull crap, bro. They just tired of everybody not believing them. They just tired of everybody, making it seem like they can't do this, they can't do that, or they holding these standards where it's like, okay, we're like, we're missing guys too. Why we don't get that? So I feel like they're going to go out there, they're going to play their hearts out. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be a close, tough game. It's December,
man. Hey, they said they want us. Their fan base said they want us. They finna get us, man. Appreciate you for calling in.
Thanks, Law. Thanks for having me, brother. I'm about to get back to work, man. Just finish listening to you.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you.
Always.
Yeah. You back, man. You said you got off your Bluetooth. You back, fam. Cowboys
all right.
report.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, dog. Yeah, you're a whole lot better, baby. Talk to me.
Okay. Yeah. So, what I was saying, the first caller saying that we can't do everything great, I beg to differ because when we're healthy, we can do everything great because a great front four, a great pass rush can mask deficiencies in your secondary.
Right.
And the last 5 games, 4 of them against divisional opponents, they don't have good offenses. I believe by the end of the season, our offense and defense can be in the top 5. Our offense already is. I believe our defense can ascend to the top 5. And playoff scenario, the way we get the number 1 seed would be by tiebreaker. Just like in 2014, if you remember, we tied with Seattle and Green Bay at 12-4.
Right.
We got the 3 seed.
Right.
Even though we beat Seattle head-to-head that year because we had the worst conference record. We had 3 conference losses. Green Bay had 2, Seattle had 1, so we had the wild card game.
Good point.
Well, we only have 1 conference loss. Green Bay has 2 conference losses. Tampa has 2 conference losses. Arizona has 2 conference losses. So even though we've lost 4 games, 3 were against the AFC. So if we handle our business 100% healthy and win out and have a 3 or 4-way tie at 13-4 with, say, Tampa, Arizona, and Green Bay, we will win virtue of tiebreaker by NFC record. You know what I mean? That would be our path to the 1 seed if we went out and handle our business 100% healthy. That's what I'm shooting for.
No doubt, man. That's a brilliant point, man. Oh, man, tell everybody where to find and follow your content, man. That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, let them know where to find you at.
It's the Charles in Charge Cowboy Sports Report. Law, you inspired me to make my own channel, guys. Follow me. I got good content, good analysis. And in the off season, I'll have ball players. I'll have Jalen Darden on my show, rookie for Tampa, Ty Summers, guy from Green Bay, and Xavier Howard comes through my hood every now and then.
Oh, my gosh, man.
I'll be in the studio. I'll have them on and whatnot, and just grow from there, But, yeah, Charles in Charge, Cowboy Sports Report. I do appreciate that, Law, giving me the chance to put my name out there. But, yeah, that's how we get the number 1 seed.
No doubt, man.
Win the tiebreaker.
Appreciate you, man. That's a good call from him, man. Great call, man. Oh, my goodness, man. Hey, he got good stuff that's going around. It always make my beard hair grow and my teeth whiter when I hear people say that I started my YouTube page because of you and I inspired them. And it goes a long way. I appreciate everybody for doing that. Karen, appreciate you for your donations and your love and adulations. Law, I'm loving this team. Yeah, they can win and will win. Yeah, thou shalt decree a thing and it shall be established. And speaking of that, let it shine, Willie D. What's up, Willie? What's up, Willie? Bring some energy, baby. I know you got it, Willie.
You got it, man. You got it. Man, I just want to touch on the O-line situation. Like when he first came off the 5 game
right.
I said moving the guard, leave still where he was at.
Right.
So yeah. So I feel you on that.
Right.
All day long.
No doubt.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No. It's your flow, man. You can have it, man. This is your show now. I'm just listening. I'm learning.
Yeah, so another thing about the Cowboy fan, like they going with the flow with what off these shows. Most of these former players, they don't like the Cowboys. So they got what the kind of shit, they got agenda against us. So don't listen to Kurt Warner talking about woo and Chris Carter, Shannon Sharp. They don't like us. So at the end of the day, all the opinions they have about us, don't listen to that shit. Dak Prescott, he's gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot stand these Cowboy fans that take and then Skip Bayless. He's not no Cowboy fan. I don't know what he say. I done seen that fool take us. Ezekiel Elliott threw his jersey in the fucking trash can, and then take it back out, do it again. Dak Prescott too. He don't like our coach. He don't like nothing about it. He say a lot of Cowboys, but he loves Tom Brady so much. Go be a preacher or a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Get off the Cowboys, please.
Yeah, you're right. You spitting the truth at it, Willie D, man. Hey, I know I normally don't do score predictions on Wednesday, but can I have your score prediction?
I'm thinking 27 to probably 17.
My goodness, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. I appreciate you so much, man, Willie, for calling in and letting people know that, man, no real fan would take a jersey, ball it up, and put it in the trash can, right? Yeah. The silver and blue is so sacred. We like, normally you can type in Google and you will find people burning other apparels, right? But you don't see nobody burning Cowboys gear. You know, we love this team from the womb to the tomb, baby.
These dudes playing for us, and
right?
So that was like 2018, 19. So he had one bad game, like two bad games.
Right.
He also threw a Dak Prescott jersey in the trash can. Why? Chill out with that. I cannot stand Skip Bayless. Then another thing about him is he always going in on LeBron James. Why? I don't know why everybody hate LeBron James.
James.
At the end of the day, I mean, I get it, but why so much hate? You don't have to like him as a player, but I'm like, he's a great dad. Some people, I feel like the world is filled with hate. And there's a lot of hate. I don't know why they gotta hate. All this hate is going on in the world, but anyway,
I feel you though, man. Appreciate you so much for calling in, Willie D. Good call from him. You know why he hate? You know, his $30 million is why. Let me just type in from Fox. You know, when you type in Skip Bayless, and then there you go right here. It's 30. I think it's 30 million. 32. I'm shortchanging the man from Fox. You know, $32 million. That's why he's able to hate. All right, man. 631. You're live.
Hey, how we doing, sir?
I'm doing well. What's good? Talk to me.
And first name's Thomas, man. Listen, I'm 54. Followed Cowboys since 1977, 78. Never switched, man. And I live in New York.
Yeah.
I go through it. Listen, man. I went through the Romo phase, and I'm gonna tell you this here. People better watch. This is the thing, Steve, and people need to listen because words have power. Okay, I'm a firm believer in that. Stephen A. doesn't hate the Dallas Cowboys. Stephen A. hates the fans that are delusional that don't address the issues. Because all Stephen A. says is, just wait. Right. And I'm going to give you a scenario here.
Right.
We beat the Patriots.
Yeah, Thomas.
Overtime. All right, we're ready. We're rocking. Defense is straight.
Right.
DAK is rolling. Offense is rolling. We know it's going to be a knockout, drag-out because we facing Belichick.
Right.
DAK leaves the game with a walking boot.
Right.
We have a bye. He still ain't right. We know that.
Right.
And we play Minnesota, so we go with the backup. Right. Good move because his leg still ain't right. Now, the following week, we home against Denver, right? Mm-hmm. Jerry Gamble, because I heard a caller mention earlier, and I'm going to bring it back, that we could win the number one seed if we win a tie, if we end up tied. Right. Sounds good in theory.
Right.
But if we end up with tie with Tampa Bay, no, we don't lose because conference is out the window. Head-to-head comes first if you're not in a conference.
Right.
Head-to-head comes first, so we would lose. And the only way we would win in Arizona if we tie. But anyway, on 4th and 1, I watched Denver stuff the line. I said, all right, they stuffed the line.
Mm-hmm.
But then on 4th and 2, and then on the throw over the middle, we could easily say Brown dropped it on the next play. But then on 4th and 2 again, I didn't watch Dak do no RPOs. Now, follow me. From that moment to the moment as we breathe in air right now, brother, and everybody listening, his defense isn't wrong. Still, that could aid. But Dak's right little calf is not correct. Has he won games? Still throw the ball? Yeah, but that's just wasting arm and natural talent. No RPOs. Dak can't press and drive and throw the way he needs to off of that back right foot. I'm watching this. What I'm looking at right now, and I love Dallas. I have to be the number one fan here in New York. They hate me.
No
I'm
doubt,
like Reggie
Thomas.
Miller with the Knicks.
Right.
Listen, brother, I'm telling you this. Watch every play after that. It's a rollout. And
but hold on.
We played the damn Giants.
Hold. I love your wonderful soliloquy. I love how you posted it and put in everything within the context
I'm not trying to
what you're
change the
saying.
narrative.
No. You poking at it. You know, I feel what you're saying with Stephen A. Smith, accident waiting to happen. Oh, newsflash. It's going to rain one day. Just wait on it. I promise you. It's going to rain. I promise. No. I promise you. I know it's going to rain next week. Just wait on it. I promise you. That's the type of conversation that he do. But all that you said with Rain Dakota Prescott, there was a game in between after he came back from, dare I say, that calf muscle that was pulled. Do you recall the Atlanta Falcons game? Did you call that?
I think he's right.
Did you call? Did you see that? Did he run? Did he drop the shoulder?
I'm not knocking nothing. I am a Dak lover. The only two quarterbacks I wanted that year was Dak Prescott and Christian Hackenberg.
No doubt. But what I'm saying,
now follow me.
I'm following you. I'm feeling you.
Dak, his leg. When we say, because I looked at it, I said, let me not say this. Let me see what happens. We played Atlanta, and Atlanta was 4-4 at the time. I looked, but they really trash. They're really trash. And he won that on arm strength in a sorry-ass defense. Sorry to say that. No discredit, because I'm a Cowboy fan. I love Dallas.
Did he run, though? Did he run a touchdown in?
Man's right calf. It don't look right.
But did he run a touchdown in? How many yards did he run to get that touchdown?
He stopped and they hit him. Now, we're not doing that. I'm not playing that. I love Dallas. I'm not a negative guy.
I know, I feel you.
But I'm not one. I used to be an owner's hater and a coach's hater. Not no more. Ever since we drafted Dak in 2016, Jerry pays his ball players. His ball players need to pay Jerry.
No doubt.
But I still don't think Dak's leg is right, bro. And I love the Cowboys. Trust me. Anybody in New York knows.
No doubt,
Thomas
man.
J. Sawyer loves the Cowboys.
Appreciate you, Thomas. Thank you so much for calling in,
Thank you for the conversation, brother.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, man.
That's a mighty name, Thomas. Yeah, that's a mighty name, Thomas. I love Thomas. He, Thomas, we keep the promise, But I just look at it like this. At the end of every practice, and I know we are not privy to seeing it, Dak Prescott do a run off at the end of every practice. I just wish one of the reporters sneak in the camera and they catch Dak Prescott running off on any practice. But calf strains, collectively speaking, Gallup had one, right? And Gallup is running routes, right? Now, Gallup was out for more games than what we've seen out of Dak Prescott. We're not asking the quarterback to run, right? But in that Atlanta Falcons game, I do know this without a shadow of a doubt, Cowboy Nation, that it could be words coming from higher ups and above that said, hey, Dak, we got you, we see you, but we need you for the stretch. And Michael Irvin was just talking about the 5-game stretch right now. Even Ezekiel Elliott said, hey, man, you're supposed to let me get that one in. I get it, Cowboy Nation. But Dak Prescott, even with a half of a leg, he's going to fall under that principle. You have to pull him up off the field in order for him not to play. But I think, hear me out, and I love the caller. I love Thomas, man. I love you, dog. You representing Cowboy Nation all the way over there on the East Coast. That's what we do. But the reality is this right here, Cowboy Nation. Ain't nothing wrong with Dak Prescott outside of not trusting his front five. And I come here to tell you guys this again. Hear me out. The front five is very important as a collective versus moving immovable chairs, moving this thing down and rotating this thing down. Also, regardless of whether or not Dak Prescott can run or not, collectively speaking, there's more quarterbacks that won the Super Bowl inside the pocket, juxtapose of rolling out, running, and these sorts of things. But next we got, let's see, we got some dogs up in here, man, but I got to clear this out. 806, you in the mix.
Hello?
Yeah, you live. Talk to me.
Yeah. I was just calling about, I went to the Kansas City game.
Right.
And, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know if I was live yet. I've been waiting. Okay. So this is my first time on the air, man. I just want to say one love, man. I really enjoy your show.
Appreciate
I log
it.
in almost daily.
Appreciate it.
And so, yeah. So I went to the Kansas City game. The weather there was kind of cold. I just don't think the Cowboys were like acclimated to the weather. I think they need to practice like in a colder environment. Because they're practicing over there in Dallas, and it's hot over there, man. And so if they could get a running game going, and I agree with you on the O-line with Steele, Martin, Biotis, Collins, and Smith. And putting Collins over there at the left guard, and so and then putting Steele back over there at the right tackle where he's comfortable, and it just seems like the coaches, they're professionals, they would be able to just put the players where they play best at, So and just look what Buffalo did against New England, they only threw the ball 3 times and they won the game. There's situational football, and Bill Belichick, he knows how to play situational football to win the game. I just think their O-line would get in a better rhythm, if they would run the ball like they used to. Just keep running it, and even though they know the play, like in the 90s, the Cowboys, they knew that they were going to run the ball, and they couldn't stop it because they were just bigger, more physical than the other team. And Dallas is bigger and more physical, and I just think they need to kind of take that same blueprint. And especially on the road in Washington and New York, it's going to be cold, it's going to be windy. They need to get back to that smash mouth type of football. What do you think?
I agree with your assessment, and I think that the Cowboys are presenting that now. They're going and combing through all of that, right now, of the offensive line shuffle. And hopefully, and I mean just that, we'll find out what they're going to do this weekend with the movement of Terrence Steele and La'el Collins playing on the field at the same time, because that's what Jerry Jones said. He said that both of those boys are going to play on the field at the same time. It was New England Patriots that won that game, by the way. But I appreciate you for calling in.
Yes, sir. And also, I was going to tell you, there was something else I was going to say. I forgot what I was going to say. But
No doubt.
yeah, man, appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. Good call. Good call. I hate using this, and it sounds like a bevy of excuses, but we were without our top dogs in that game against the Kansas City Chiefs. But the Cowboys still should be able to go on the road, even in the cold if you want to use that, and beat them, right? We were without our top dogs. Tyron Smith didn't play, Amari Cooper didn't play. Just those 2 players alone make a major difference. Dak Prescott completion percentage as it relates to quarterback throwing the ball is at 72 to 73 completion percentage with Tyron Smith out there. Without him, 65, 68 respectfully. Now, if you equate that and you remove Tyreek Hill and you take Travis Kelce off that team, I don't think that they beat us, Cowboy Nation. And on top of that, the Cowboys never made the necessary adjustments, even with throwing the ball to Gallup in that game. I think that was his first game back. Excuse me if I'm off on that one. And CeeDee Lamb got knocked out of that game. And it was just Gallup and company. They didn't call no PIs on Gallup getting mauled and murked out there on the field. But when I tell you guys, you listen to the 4-letter and the 3-letter network, you would think that the Kansas City Chiefs could walk on water. With our particular defense in that terrain, they stopped and they held and they pushed back. They didn't allow the nature boy, Mahomes throw a touchdown. He didn't throw no touchdowns in that game. Right? Let me know what touchdown he threw, right? So you take Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill off of the field, I think we have got doggone there smashed them. Or, hear me out, Cowboy Nation, you insert Tyron Smith and Amari Cooper and you put it on a neutral field, I'm still taking Cowboys by 10. But yeah, they're going to say, Law, he just a homer. In that game, Kansas City Chiefs, that's when they started to also play musical chairs. with the offensive front. Can't make this stuff up. Next, we got Coach Dave on the phone. You live.
Lord. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I can't complain.
Man, I wish I could call more often, man, but I do be listening.
That's good. That's good to know. It's good to know.
Yeah, definitely, man. So, look here, man. You talking to the number one Dallas Cowboy fan here in Washington, D.C.
Ooh.
People do not love me here, but that's cool because I want all the smoke. So let me when I evaluate our Cowboys up until now, let me start with this. In my opinion, some of the more experienced defensive coordinators are exposing Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
Because I had an interesting conversation today. Why, if this is such a copycat league,
yep,
people are running rub routes on us, why are we not doing that?
Good point.
Or shall I say more often,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the red zone when it's situational football,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say we go trips right.
Right.
Let's say number one has a 5-yard slant. Number two has a 3-yard slant. Why can't number three jab inside and go right off number two in the flat? That's a 4-yard pass, 4 to 5-yard pass every single down. That's a rub route.
Right.
Like, I would think we would be more efficient on third down if we did that, because everybody knows third down, we running a screen.
Right. But Coach, I understand where you're coming from with rub routes, but the Cowboys, it's political football when we do it. You know, they call it on us. They call offensive pass interference. I'll never forget against the Jets a couple of years back. They called pass interference. It was a touchdown. Rub route on Cedric Wilson. They call it offensive pass interference, and it was a touchdown to Jason Witten in the corner. And we get that, you know, on our rub routes. Other teams don't. That's the only thing. So we got to play the officials.
It seems like there is some type of beef between the league and the Cowboys when it comes in reference to the officials. I do agree with you.
Yeah. But I'm not saying that you take that out of the playbook. But what I'm saying is that they should have attempted a little bit more. I agree with that assessment, though.
Right. And the other thing is, and I'm kind of piggybacking what you was already talking about, we cannot play musical chairs with the damn offensive line.
Big facts, Coach. Yeah.
Them guys that you can't get in the rhythm if one series I'm playing right tackle, then the other series I'm playing left guard. You can't get in a rhythm that way.
Yeah, you definitely can't,
and
Coach.
You playing the sport. If Coach said, Chris, I want you playing defensive in this game, then leave me there.
Mm-hmm.
Leave me there so I can get into a rhythm. So, all in all, man, our offense got to tighten up. Now, granted, we getting some of our dogs back.
We are.
That helps, because you do need your dogs. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going into a fight, I want my dogs with me.
No doubt, Coach, man. Coach, I appreciate you for calling in. Thank you so much, man. Hey, you represent where you at. Let everybody know, Cowboy Nation. Yeah.
Love you always, man.
Appreciate you, Coach. That's my dog right there, man. All right, so what we going to do, man, for sake of time, let's do 1-minute calls. Cowboy Nation, this will be your minute clock right here. When it hit 1 minute, we're going to have to get you up off the phone. Y'all know how this go because I got to go get me something to eat. You know, but 469, what's on your mind? You're live.
Hello?
Yeah. You in the mix.
What's up? I just wanted to, first of all, make this quick. About that last caller, we, got to get our run game back. Kellen Moore's doing a great job of calling plays. Our run game is trash. So all this cute stuff he was talking about with rub routes, none of that matters if we don't establish the run. The second point, Amari Cooper. That man is a game changer. We saw he didn't play much last game, but you saw the kind of separation he was getting out the gate with the limited amount of play he was the limited amount of play he had. So that's all I really wanted to say. That's about my minutes.
No
Thank you
doubt,
for everything
man.
you do.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in. I hope all is well with him. All right, so that was from the 469. We're going to keep this fire. That means the hot line for your mind is in the fire zone. All right, let me see if I can turn off this clock, though. Y'all bear with me, boy. Y'all bear with me. There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right, so the next caller that's on the line, 912, what's new?
Yeah, what up, Law?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me.
Hey, I'm sorry. What I'm about to say probably won't be liked by a lot of the fans, but hey, look. For the past 4 weeks, our offense has been, at best, stagnant. And I hear a lot of fans talk about, well, we're 7-1 against Washington. That ain't got nothing to do with Sunday. I don't care if we was 15-0 against Washington. It has nothing to do with Sunday.
Big fact.
If Kellen Moore doesn't pull his head out of his 4 points of contact and figure out better creative ways to get people open, and Dak actually hit the target instead of I don't know what, then we're going to lose to Washington just like we did the Chiefs or the Raiders or the Broncos.
No doubt. I'm going to pick that up after this siren right here. Appreciate you. Cowboy Nation, hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Again, the game against the Denver Broncos. I believe that if we had full strength, hear me out, Cowboy Nation, the Denver Broncos, yes, they whooped our Heinicke. Yeah, they gave us one. But we wasn't at full strength. Amari Cooper was battling a hammy. Oh, excuse me. My guy, and I know people going to be saying, Law, you got more excuses than the letter of the law of the word excuses, right? You look up the page, you see Law giving out excuses. But CeeDee Lamb didn't practice all that week. Amari Cooper didn't practice all that week as well. The offensive line was in shambles as it relates to playing musical chairs at that particular point. But I tell everybody, this is a different situation and scenario, just like the previous caller said, this is now a common opponent. The Cowboys should be amped up and locked, loaded, and ready. Yes, we take all of the previous records and we throw them and flush them down the toilet, right? But I come here to tell you, this Dallas Cowboys team should be operative. In the operative moment, take advantages of this situation and not fold up like a wallet or a lawn chair. Take advantages of this situation, Cowboy Nation. I got the 585. You live.
Yeah, what's going on, Law, man? It's Rick, man. My thing is this, bro.
Rick, yeah.
What's good, man? What's good, Cowboy Nation? Stand up. This is my whole thing. First of all, I'm happy that we signed another running back, at least for the practice squad.
Yeah.
Somebody that could possibly come up. Because Zeke needs to rest that leg for a little while. And we need to do some other things. My whole thing is like this, man. We gotta start running the ball better and call better play calls. Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy got to sit down and get that together. And my other thing is like this, man. If we got to stop the run. That's my thing. Let's run the ball and stop the run. That's my biggest thing. And some takeaways, and I'm cool.
No
you know what I mean? I think we can win that. You know what I mean? Because we wanted to play this team 2 times, two times, man, within a 3-week period. So We're going to have to buckle up our chin straps and go in and get these games. Quit jiving around.
No doubt, man. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. That's what we're going to have to do. Buckle up and get ready. Appreciate you, Tyreek. All right, you got the 585. You're live. 585. You're live. You're live.
Oh, my bad. What's up? I was watching your old thing. What's up, man?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me, man.
This Keyshawn Alexander, man. This is great right here.
All right, Alexander the Great. What's good, man? You gonna lay it straight?
You know the vibe, man.
Hey, turn my radio down. Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down. Let's go. Let's go.
Turn that down.
Yo,
I'm actually calling in, though, because I ain't really in tune with Washington. How you feel about them boys, man?
The Washington team?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I know they offense. I know they, but I was tuning in when you was talking about like they got the little sneakers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
but
they're nobody to sneeze at. I'm not sitting here calling them chopped liver. They're pretty good as it relates to playing as a collective unit. They play behind Tyler or Taylor, or whatever his name is, Heinicke or Heinicke. They play behind him. And also Gibson, he's a hard-nosed runner. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in.
You already know,
Yeah, that's my guy right here, man. Alexander the Great. All right, so we got 650. You're live. You live, 650.
Hello?
Yeah, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Love?
Nothing to it.
How you doing?
Man, I'm well, man. I'm doing great.
Right on. Hey, this is what I got to say right here, man. I don't fear nobody. Our boys about to do our thing. We got the division games. We got the Cardinals coming up. But one thing I like to see them do, since they all having a problem with that left guard position and the right tackle position, hey, Steele's playing pretty hard at right tackle with a little help from the tight ends. But I say, even though the right tackle is that money position, let's move La'el Collins to left guard. Because if you remember years ago when he played left guard, man, he was mauling people. So if we can get him in there now, get him used to it, and get the line coach, get him on par with what's happening, I think we'll be going good from here on into the playoffs and beyond, bro. That's all I got for you, baby.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, we on the hotline. I'm in the seat of fire. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. We got 757.
Hey, Law. How's it going, man?
Hey, everything is great.
That's good. Oh, well, I'm in enemy territory right now, in Virginia and stuff. So, there's a lot of Washington fans here, talking their smack and everything.
They want Dallas.
And all I care about, they want Dallas. And all I care about this weekend is getting that win.
Yeah.
And the only way we can really do that is if we maintain the run. That's been killing us the past few weeks because we haven't had any of our linemen, continuously playing through the whistle and stuff, holding on the blocks and everything. And it's just, it's hurt being an O-line guy and stuff. Yeah. It's hurt me. But I think we can do it, and I think we'll win big.
No doubt. Let's go. Let's get this W one way or another. I appreciate you.
Let's get it.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
The conference has been locked.
661.
Yo, Law.
Yo. Yeah.
All right, man. I just want to say mad love for the channel you got here. Appreciate what you're doing.
Appreciate it.
I just wanted to say, been a Cowboys fan all my life. I'm a younger fan, but this team looks good. I think this offense really needs to get off on a stride. I just not nervous for this game against the Washington football team. But if we lose, this has big implications on our Super Bowl and playoff chances here. But I just wanted to say. We need to get Zeke running a lot more, and hopefully we can, get this dub and get in competition for that number 1 seed.
Let's get that with number 1.
This team got that sauce, and we got to prove it. All right, man.
Appreciate
you. So
you. Last but not least, we coming off the top rope. Ready down in the bottom. 817. You're live. 817. Yeah, you live. You live.
What's going on, Nation?
Yeah, what's good?
Hey, I just wanted to say that it's time for a players meeting only. Players meeting only. I mean, they all need to get together, get everything off their chest, open off their minds, and just try to get back on the same page. So they can get on the same page. So they just need to get back on the same page and just get ready to rumble and see who's going to be ready to fight and who's going to go to war and who's not. You just need straight up just need to find out who's going to go war, go to battle and go to war and take it all the way to the end. And they just need to straight up just get everything off their chest, off their mind, and just regroup and just straight up put all that beef on that left side and to block the blind side of DAK and make sure he does not get any hits or anything, and just straight up I'm with you with the five. They need to be in there, and they need to.
No doubt. I appreciate you, man, calling in. You've been a long time support and follower of the channel. I thank you so much, man, for jumping in. Really appreciate you. That's a good call from him. All right, so Cowboy Nation, that was the last caller. Yeah, that was the last caller. Appreciate everybody, man, for jumping in and being part of this particular episode. And it is what it is. Let me make sure. Here we go right here. Y'all bear with me. Yeah. Let me go right here. Yeah, it's over. Okay. Yeah, it's good. All right, normally she say goodbye, but okay. Yeah, 661. All right, so 661, you up out of there. Let me make sure. I don't know why I hit the wrong button. I ended it, but I didn't end it. So y'all bear with me while I fix this thing up. But appreciate everybody that watched. I thank everybody for leaving your donations. Shout out to you, Gallup. Are you related? You spell your Gallup different. Sorry I had to abort back at work. Gallup interfered with almost all of the catch. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Anthony Gallup. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody who subscribed. Thank those, Karen. Thank you for your donations there. Price, appreciate you for subscribing. Scott Simpkins, appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for your donations there. Thank everybody. Cowboy Nation, what a wonderful day. I thank everybody for the upcoming news. There will be a NFC East roundtable tonight. I want to see y'all beautiful faces. It will be me, Bad Dog, as well as Louis T. Productions or Network, I meant to say. Just Win, baby. This from Tom Downey. And I think it will be Lord Bronson that will be representing the Eagles or what have you. So the people that's still into the thick of it are the Eagles and the Washington team. Right now, the Cowboys, we're leading the division 8-4. We take care of business. Everything else will follow suit. Cowboy Nation, let me make sure this doggone thing will stay open, and I got to close out the phone line. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. The NFC East Roundtable Talk conversation that rules the nation will be tonight. So I want all of y'all to be representing when we go live. And, of course, I don't gloat. I don't really talk noise like that. But I'm going to tell you guys, everybody in their predictions so far are wrong. Law Nation, the only one that's right so far in his prediction that we did with the round table. Y'all remember the round table, God dog it. I know y'all remember the round table. So let's not hold back any punches. Let's talk. Let's spit the truth. Bring your umbrella because there will be a lot of spitting. Y'all will be thinking that there's a doggone monsoon around this mug. Cowboy Nation, that's all the time that I have for this moment. But I'm telling you guys right now, moments like this are what the playmaker Irvin said. Feelings. You got to get the good feelings back. And Dak Prescott, who he spoke to, should have listened to what he said, right? And put it down in the heart. And make sure that he echoed it out to all of his contemporaries. that this game, yes, it got game in front of it, but this is actually, believe it or not, like Ripley's. It's wartime. It's war. We want to rip through the Washington team. They don't have a name yet, but we're going to give them one. Because that's what we want to open up on them, a name. The impressions, what the Cowboys bring to the table, second to none. Quite sure that this game this weekend will be the most viewed, right? Most watched. Everybody will be watching because they want to see greatness. And dog it, we need to deliver it. Come hell and high waters. We definitely do, Cowboy Nation. And it starts. The 5-game stretch starts now. How bad do you want it? It's personal. That's what Jay Worthy said. TA Cowboys already down the Shakria thing, and it shall be established, putting 9-4. This team must wake up with the offensive line, right? For your mind, your heart, soul, and sinew, and meditations of your heart. But let me elevate you guys to this thing, Cowboy Nation. Yes, this is Law Nation. But the revelation starts right now with the simulations of this game, Cowboy Nation. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will simply, just simply Cowboy Nation, Rain Dakota Prescott, Ezekiel Elijah Elliott, go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and scarcity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want. Woo! If dogged and grim and besieged and besetted Cowboy Nation, you will get it. Thank those who watch this channel. Shout out to the mighty Les Brown. Motivation. They said, Lord, you made me join your tour. Well, Les Brown, when I was homeless, sleeping out of my car, I popped in that Les Brown tape. Look what happened from there. Motivation.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. They wanted me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell them it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please.
Come on, it's all about your mind, baby. Hey.
Hit the door and the domain just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up a way till I old producers saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the town.
Something will happen. Motivation, baby. To your heart, soul, and sinew, and your mind.
I used to be quiet and out of luck.
Appreciate your note. Royalty. Yeah.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me.
Yeah.
Phone ringing and I tell them it's I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo.
Let's go.
No photos.
No photos. Hey.
No photos. I keep giving game away.
Law.
I put game on layaway.
Nation.
I got paid to play today.
Come on, Jay Worthy. Lord King 83.
I might make it rain today.
Rise up, step up, baby. True Blue. Let's go. AZ. Yo.
I would never sell my only soul.
Come
Heard
on.
your whole team was for sale. Heard this
Not
on the market
ours.
for the low. Who the realest we might never know.
Yeah.
All this acting you gon' play a role. Give you the world when they sign
Come
you
on.
up. Try you out and then they line you up.
Oh.
Now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching,
Come
need
on.
some food. Now you're all on live acting surprised, but you was fooled.
Let's go.
Don't get out the way, it's been a day, now you're old news. Now you got
Come
the
on.
pen and pad, you're trying to take my move.
Don't
Nowadays,
take
nothing
my
really
moves.
excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me.
Yeah.
Phone ringing and I tell them it's
Revenge.
I got wifey on
That's what we looking for.
Photo, please, no photos.
Oh, credits double time. You gotta get rid of one of them. Yeah.
Nowadays, nothing really
Come on.
excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I
Shout
tell
out
them
to
it's
you,
ice.
K. 45HCP, Devil Dog, Big Wee, Chef Mac. Shout out to you and your YouTube channel. Sally, Lawyer, appreciate you. Yarber, thank you. Scott Simpkins, Karen, Gallup, Tom Downey's burner account. Yeah, don't we all want to run it up, baby? Yeah, appreciate everybody. Shout out to the new members. Goes a long way.
I've been really in the field.
Hey, Stephen White, Texas Hog Hunters, Texas Hog Hunters. Let's go, Stephen White. Yeah, come on.
Kind of check the song.
Check it out, baby. Sally, run it up, Peter.
Count that too. Count it up. Count it up. Count it up. Count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
This is a fire
emoji. I need them fives, need them tens. I need that change to the safe. Got blues inside.
Come on.
Greens and pinks, it's all the same. Hustle, save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play. Charge it to the game.
Yeah.
I'm with Elliott, I'm with T Black, I'm with Revan now. I'm with A, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now.
Yeah.
Still the same, I switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me.
Hey.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment.
He needs some milk.
What's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling
Not
it.
feeling it.
For the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer.
Call it too legit.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
If you don't like Law Nation,
I make a deal, I have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
Oh.
Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Hit that like button if not.
Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clothes.
Come on.
Yeah. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone. Yeah. I been really in the field. Love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna
run it up. I got my shovel over there. I should pick up that shovel. You can't dance and do the shoulder bounce. Hey.
Check the song.
You don't need rhythm for that, right? Hey.
Count that too.
Hey.
Count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
What the boy said? I just wanna run it up. Watch out.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Yeah. Come on.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on. It's fun time, baby. Gina! I was looking for your phone call, Gina. I was looking for your phone call. Shout out to you, Point Dexter. You was in the queue, but then you jumped. I feel you. Next time we'll get you. Let's go. Hey. Shout out to all the trophies. We gonna get one day, baby. Yeah. We out, baby. And you. And we tell them,
don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's
danger, baby.
To go alone.
Come on.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be
hey.
Play it too.
Slow it down, baby. Come on, Dave. Hill. Williams. Get in that end zone, baby. Hey, yo. And another one.
And another one.
No doubt.
I think you was the one I loved. 7 wonders all in one. All in one. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it.
We'll let this one play out. Let this beat play out for a while before we get up out of here.
Don't let the street lights hit you.
Come on.
Play it too.
Shout out to you, Kevin J, Stephen White, Shout out to everybody that stay all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. You know.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
Yeah, Air. Appreciate you, Cowboys all day.
So far, if a paper crane can fly,
I just like this last verse.
forever doesn't feel that far. So far.
Yeah, the support is real.
If a paper
Shout out to you, Stephen
crane
White.
can fly,
Watch this note right here.
fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Oh yeah. That note, man. I need to sing like that one. You know, that sounds so good. Really appreciate you guys. Salute.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up.